Megan O'Leary here at the MGM Grand. The UFC 130 press conference has just ended, and I'm joined by Dana White again. Dana, let's get right into this. What's the status of José Aldo? Is he injured?
Yeah, he's injured. He's got a shoulder injury, and he's trying to go through therapy first. He's hoping he's not going to need surgery, so we'll see what happens.
Why do you think that whole thing happened with his camp? They were saying he's not injured, he just can't fight, and then they were saying, you know, maybe he is injured, and now they're saying he definitely is. Why do you think that whole...
Because we didn't know. We actually flew him in. He saw the doctor. The doctor gave him an x-ray but didn't do an MRI. So the doctor said he was fine. He didn't do an MRI. Then when we realized he didn't get an MRI done, we got the MRI done, and then we knew he was injured. So now what they're hoping is that they can do it, they can rehab it and without having to do surgery. But if that doesn't work, they're going to have to.
If he is able to rehab it, do you know any time frame of when he could come back?
We don't know. You know how that stuff is. I mean, it's all the same. I mean, I could be a doctor 6 to 8 weeks, and, you know, who knows? We'll just have to see how it all works out.
All right, let's talk about UFC 130. Do you think that Rampage is 100% into this fight, or do you think he's kind of looking at this like this is his job and this is something he has to do?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, the thing about Rampage is he's a very complex person. You get lots of different sides of him. 1 minute he's joking and he's funny and you're having a blast with him, and the next minute he's very angry and very serious about it. So it's tough to say. You know, I think that... you know, he was saying here today at the press conference, you know, I'm happy to be back in shape. This is a great cut for me. I'm not going to have to cut like I used to. You know, 1 minute he's talking about retiring and whatever, and the next minute he's talking about how happy he is to be back, and he's opening a gym and going to stay in shape all the time.
Are you giving Matt Hamill a chance at all in that fight? It seems like a lot of fans in the media aren't really giving Matt a shot.
Yeah, which is stupid in this sport, you know what I mean? Especially a guy like Matt Hamill. And Matt said today when he was here, he's like, you know, the last 5 fights I've been an underdog. That kid's been an underdog his whole life. It's not his last 5 fights. And he's a dangerous, dangerous guy. And the other thing, too, is with Rampage, you know, where you don't know where he's at, that this is a career-defining fight for Matt Hamill. This fight changes his life. I guarantee you he's highly motivated and trained very hard for this fight.
2 other guys that are highly motivated on this card, Frank Mir and Mir Nelson. Do you see the winner of that getting a title shot or possibly fighting Brock when Brock comes back?
Yeah, I think the winner of that fight's in the mix. This is a huge fight for those two, too. I agree, and especially for Roy Nelson. Frank's been a 2-time world champion. He's still hungry. He wants to stay in it. But for Roy Nelson, this is the big one for him, man. This is what he's been working his whole life and his whole career for.
2 other heavyweights that are on the card are Stefan Struve and Travis Brown. They're very young, but where do you see their future? Do you think that they'll be in the mix in a few years, or one of them will hold that belt?
Yeah, we'll see what happens on Saturday night, but I'm a big Struve fan, man. He's the comeback kid. This kid always has exciting fights, and we'll see what happens. I look forward to that fight on Saturday, too.
And before I let you go, you guys are paired up with Marcus Luttrell, a Navy SEAL, and his boot campaign to do some charity work, and all the fighters have been photographed wearing, you know, those combat boots. How did that relationship form, and how important is it for you to support the military and all different organizations around it?
Well, we always, you know, we're always involved with military stuff, and you get so many people that come at you with all these different charities and stuff. So we you know, we do as much as we can with everybody, but you know, we were really interested in that one and into it, so we ended up doing it.
All right, thanks so much, Dana. We'll see you on Saturday at UFC 130.
Thank you.
For more coverage, be sure to check out Fight Day on Saturday.